You need 3 or 4 things. You want the site to be near the water. It has to be secluded or guaranteed privacy. And you also want a place that there's no power lines. It's a major programme that's been undertaken by the National Parks and Wildlife Service. This species here, the white-tailed sea eagle, like some other birds of prey, was once common in Ireland, was once common part of the Irish landscape. And maybe 200 years ago, 100 years ago, the species became extinct in Ireland. Man basically, didn't like birds of prey, didn't like anything with claws or talons, and would have looked upon them as vermin. I suppose the last of them were here maybe in the late 1800s. So this is a programme to reintroduce this species into Ireland, a species which was once, an intrinsic part of the landscape. So this programme has been ongoing maybe since 2011. Before it commenced, we would have done a lot of work, including with our colleagues in Norway, who had agreed to provide the donor stock. And we also did more, I suppose, scientific mathematical modelling to see if you have a bird or an animal that lives this long and it has this many young and whatever, how many would you need in order to get a self-sustaining population? So the answer was we would need around 100 individuals to bring them in, and they would be enough to set up a self-sustaining, naturally breeding population in Ireland. So that work went on from 2007 to 2011. About 100 birds were brought in by the National Parks and Wildlife Service to Killarney National Park. And while the programme was working, there were 1 or 2 very bad years due to either avian influenza, Storm Hannah, both natural phenomena, which meant that the numbers of young produced was much lower than we would have hoped for. And again, we would have run the models to see, would it be beneficial to bring in more birds? And the answer was yes. So what we'll end up here, if you like, putting back a little bit of nature that man eliminated completely from the Irish landscape maybe 100 years ago or more.
Guy, do you read me? Over. Guy, do you read me? Over. Aim in the sky, I read you loud and clear. Over. First bird has left the cage and flown back up the hill behind the cages. Out. Bird is in the air again now.